everything that we do is basically about convening people together so that they can communicate. So that became impossible, back in March.
My first, thoughts were, oh my God, we have to do something, even if it's wrong.
I think theater makers are essential.
The idea of just like, all right, well, I'll improvise again in a couple of years when we've all been vaccinated, like that's just not doable.
We'll do 3 productions a year. Then we will have maybe 3 visiting companies a year. In between all that, we'll produce minimum of 2 shows ourselves to provide a space for artists and the community. When the shutdown happened, we were booked through to at least September of 2021. It's really messed everything up.
Washington Improv Theater's mission is really about sharing the creative, sort of collaborative power of improv with people. We do that through performances that are improvised, usually comedic, and then we also do classes and corporate training. Within about a month, I think we already knew we were starting to offer some classes programming online, and then I think for performances it took a little while longer.
We're a theater that focuses on American artists, American ideas, American writers. And we're really the largest theater in the country that focuses this way. As soon as COVID happened, within 2 weeks, we were online with online activities. And our programming online has gone up exponentially, over 900% more than pre-COVID. We've made 3 films.
You'd think it would be easier, but it's much harder, the gluing all the pieces together.
It's made musical improv, which is one of our ensembles. iMusical specializes in that. It's made it impossible. The other factor, though, that's missing is the connection with the audience, right? Like I can deal with being a little delayed with my fellow performers, but the audience is nowhere.
We're so bombarded right now by emails and Zoom calls that I, for one, when I'm done with my day, I do not want to sit in front of the computer anymore.
75% of our staff is furloughed. You want to talk about loss? That's huge loss.
But in terms of just like the long-term economic survival of arts companies, like it's bad. Some silver linings have been that we've been able to connect to people who are not necessarily in the DC region.
So we've been able to reach out and touch people we would have never been able to touch before.
From overseas in New Zealand and India, taking workshops with us, taking classes.
People who talk to me and say, Arena Stage is closed. I'm like, no, Arena Stage is majorly moving forward.
I don't know, frustrating when you want it to be what you're used to doing.
When somebody says, oh, the way we used to do it before. And I hear that and I say, no, it can't be the way we used to do it before.
It could be a really long time before we recognize the arts ecosphere that we were used to.